What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Trig. It's really late at night. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning. This is a super late video. Probably should have recorded this beforehand, but constant changing, constant everything really kind of led down this constant state of changing everything. So this is going to be raw. This is what we're taking to Peoria. I'm going to make it quick as possible. Obviously, we're going to be playing Ace. There was a lot of conversation on what it was going to take, but I think it boiled down to playing Ace over a couple other ones. Granted, I think Red Yellow Bonnie would have been great, but I think the whole event in Peoria, in my opinion, is going to be nothing but Blackbeards and a couple other and Nami's. Granted, I know the Nami matchup was good with Red Yellow, but for me, I could never get the win. Even if I tried my hardest, I couldn't do it. But all in all, I feel like I've been playing a lot of this Ace matchups to a lot of stuff. I would have recorded games, but I've been actually playing more in person with a bunch of the homies that are going. So it's a group of about 6 of us that are going that are in my immediate group. Now there's more people from my locals that are going, but we're not going to be. I mean, we're all going to be hanging out there, but it is what it is. But we're not staying in the room together. There's 6 of us in the room, so I'm playing Ace. I'll make this as quick as possible. Garp, this is your searchers. Top 4 cost 3 or more. This is good to get anything else that you need out that's not searchable through the Whitebeard Ezo searcher, which is basically the same thing, but it's top 5. Only Whitebeards. It can search former Whitebeards because this is another contagion when you can grab it because it has the Whitebeard Pirates text. It doesn't matter if it's former or whatever. I could be wrong, but on the sim it lets me grab it, so that's what we'll go off for it. The Uda is a really good blocker, 2K. Oh, it's also 1K counter. 2K counter for cost more than likely, or 6 costs, but it's normally a 2 if you have a big blocker or a big body out with 10,000 or more. But it is usually used as a 2K. Zoro, this is only a 2 of. I used to have it at 4. I think 2 is probably the perfect amount for it because I think if you run anything more than 2, it's just a dead card. I've been running into it a lot. I've had it at 4, came up too much. 3, it was starting to come up as much. 2, it's not coming up too much, but I can tolerate that one. That's good at 2. Um, the Cruel 2K, Vanilla 2K. This was meant to be in for the 8 cost Whitebeard, but I think I took the Whitebeard out, and I'll get to what I replaced it with in a little bit. But I do like this 2K. It's searchable through the Ezo. It's searchable through the Garp, and I think the stage also searches everything. I think you can get whatever. Top 3, yeah, anything doesn't matter. But still, getting able to search a 2K is important. So that's something I want to have. Even if I can grab it off of Ezo, I'm not going to complain. 2 Rogers, obviously that's the game ender. Everyone knows what he's going to do. If you don't rush, and if you have 0, if you or your opponent have 0 life, the opponent can't activate blocker. The Otama standard card of the 1 cost 2K counter on play, 3 or less life, draw 2, trash 1. This is just your easy. If you don't have a searcher, you can run this and see if you can go from there. New card, Galdino, Mr. 3. Trash this card, draw 2 cards, and one of your opponents with a cost 9 or less cannot attack until the end of your opponent's next end phase. So this is just a good stunner. This stuns a lot of stuff on board. I used to not run it. I actually really started liking it a lot through my through the buddy Lee. Shout out Lee, he's the GOAT. But this motherfucker out here was preaching that we needed to run him. So kind of found a way to sneak him in there, and it worked. 4 Marcos. Obviously, this is your draw 2 on KO, but with your leader, if it's a 6,000 or more and you have a Don on it, you can draw an additional card. But it's also, this is, if you don't know what Ace does, basically you trash a card from hand minus 2,000 for an opponent's character during the battle. Yamato, really good card. 5 cost, 1K counter, 6,000 body. On play if you have 3 or less life. Draw 2 cards, then give a rest of it on to your leader, basically doing what Ace wants to do. Boa, 6 cost, 8,000 power, up to one of your opponent's characters, other than Monkey D. Leaf, that cannot attack. And then place a bottom deck of 1 cost or less. So you can bottom deck your own 1K, or you can bottom deck. This is pretty much just used for the NL matchup, but it's also really good to get rid of anything in like the goofy top deck right now is goofy, so you can get rid of some of that stuff from there. Jozu was a really good card. I was running him at 3, but there's not a lot of cards here that warrant this. But if you play Jozu, you can return one of your characters to your hand, return up to a 6 cost or less character to its original owner's hand. So you can also target your own stuff. If you play like a early game Otama, or you need another searcher back, you could just bounce both those to your hand if they don't have any valid targets on their side. So that's something you can work with. This is a card I replaced 8 Beard with Tax Beard on play if your leader includes Whitebeard Pirates, and you have 2 or less life until the end of your next opponent's next turn. Each character cannot attack unless they discard 2 cards from their hand. Tax Beard straight up is just, it's a really good one of, I think it's better than the 8 cost, because the 8 cost isn't bad per se, but I don't think you have to make a lot of commitments to that 8 Beard. Because it's basically on your turn you get double attack plus 2,000 power. It's good against the yellow decks, but I don't think realistically, I just don't see him being used. I might come back to regret it, but it is what it is. I think it'll be fine to not have it instead of Tax Beard. I think Tax Beard shows up. It's honestly a flip. If you like the Newgate 8 Beard, you run the 8 Beard. But if you like Tax Beard, you run Tax Beard. I think it's fine either or. Just whichever one you're more comfortable with. I think you play that one. 10 Whitebeard blocker, draw 2 cards, trash 1, then give 2 rested Dawn to your character and your leader. This is what the deck's basically running for. You're trying to do your best to get your new gates out earlier and as quickly as possible. Sorry, drinking my tea before I go to bed. Yeah, this is just your go-to. This is what the deck wants to go. This is what you need to be putting out. You're going to be running I Am Whitebeard, or I like to call it I Am Bitchmade, because on your 8 Dawn turn, you put on one of these bad boys and you attach the Dawn to whatever you have on board, and then you just cheat these fuckers up for cheaper. And then your stage, top 3, add 1 card from your hand. Do not reveal it. You don't have to reveal it. And then you activate main and you trash the stage. You have a rested Dawn to your leader or your character. So basically, you just give it to Ace. It's very straightforward. I think the deck is very easy. It's not easy per se. It's easy to understand, hard to master. But this is a deck that I do like it though. I was having my doubts early on or later on, but I think today the last couple of practices were pretty good. So yeah, I'll see you guys after the Peoria with the roundup of everything, and I'll tell you how the matchups went.